It's live.
Okay, so we're live now. So, Alois, you're the founder of Friends Plus Me. What was your motivation in doing this and making this tool?
Simple. Laziness. I'm lazy. Lazy. I, I, I'm trying to do things only once and let machines do the rest for me because that's what it's their purpose to do the repeatable work for us. So I've created one service for me, just Friends Plus Me. I called it once Friends Plus Me, and it's growing since then. I was my first customer, and now I have more than one. And
Oh, good.
I'm helping people to save some time to live real life outside of offices and to be with kids, with family, and don't bother with the social media stuff all day long. So
Yeah, I agree.
that's my mission.
So, explain, what does it do generally? What is Friends Plus Me?
It's pretty simple. You can publish only on Google Plus. I'm trying to help people to focus only on one social network so they can concentrate more on creating great content and to think more about what are they going to publish. So Friends Plus Me is basically taking all your new Google Plus posts and promoting them to other social networks for you the most native way possible, so it doesn't scream, I am reposted from some other social network, like on Facebook, Twitter, and so on. So that's basically what does it do. So
well, I'm a user of it, and I find it very good. I do find that there are some other third-party services that I've used in the past that when I repost to another network, there's something clumsy about it. I don't find Friends Plus Me has been perfect, but it's been better than all the others, and it's 95% there. And you know those things. You and I have emailed back and forth.
Absolutely.
You're in the early stages here, but I find it reliable enough that I recommend it to my clients, and my members of my family now use it. So it's I think it's very good. So how difficult do you think it is to set it up? Like, what kind of challenges do people have? Because I found it very easy. But then after I used it for a few days, I thought, well, maybe I'd like that to be different. Let me go in there and see if I can change that setting, and then I would see something to change. How do you find users generally set it up? How long does it take them? How easy is it?
It's usually a matter of few minutes. You just do click, like get started. I can show you.
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay. Tell me when you see landing page.
Okay. Yeah, I do now.
Okay. So it's easy as this. Click at Get Started. This is the first step. Then you will have to pick a Google Plus account, Google account you want to sign up with. So I'll pick my personal account. And then you will see just this block of text telling you what to do. So we will have to connect at least one Google Plus account and some other social accounts, so Friends Plus Me can do its work.
Without all those accounts that you have already in your account, what you just showed at the bottom of the page, I remember being at the top of the page.
Yeah, it's kind of new block there. It's telling you what to do. So it will contain some better instructions than this one.
Okay.
And so the first thing you have to do is to click at the big blue Add a social media account button and pick first you pick a add profile or page. It depends what do you want, and then you will go back. I can show you how it looks. Oh, you see.
You have too many accounts.
I don't even apply for account. So it will take you to Google login, and you will select your Google profile. So it's pretty easy, and you can do the same with, for example, Facebook and so on. You see, it's quite automatic. For profiles, it's just one click. It's pretty simple, fast, nothing to worry about. What usually newbies stuck at is routing. You see here is a list of accounts where Friends Plus Me reposts to. It's from this Google Plus profile to, by default, it reposts to these accounts.
Yes. Yeah.
The other feature is that you can use some custom hashtags to tell Friends Plus Me where you want to send. You can use, by default you have a TFL, TF, these hashtags. So with, for example, hashtag F, you tell Friends Plus Me to repost only to Facebook profile.
Okay.
So
that's what that means. So if I use the hashtag L, it's going to ignore all those default accounts and it's going to only post to LinkedIn.
Yes.
Okay.
It's that simple. It's really nothing. There's no science in this. It's just...
So when it posts to LinkedIn, does it take that hashtag out? Or does that show up on the repost?
You can configure, you can set up it, this little lock. If it's unlocked, then it's telling Friends Plus Me that you want to remove that hashtag. If you disable it, then and use, for example, here the FG hashtag, it will leave it there.
Okay.
So if you're branding, if you're sending some branded messages, then you want to left those hashtags there. So you just disable the removal of hashtags.
So what is it set as default? Does it show them by default, or does it remove them?
By default, it's removed.
Okay. Okay, good. And so when I add, it looks like I can add a control hashtag.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's pretty simple. You just click this big plus and say, let's say we'll create hello hashtag. Okay. And then all you have to do is to add some accounts to it. So you just click the smaller one, plus button, and pick some accounts. For example, I want to repost all posts with hello hashtag to Friends Plus Me Google Plus page and my LinkedIn profile. Okay. And once you use this hashtag in your new Google Plus post, it will send it there. Simple as that.
That's good. That wasn't something that I understood right away. I'm glad that I have that explanation. That's good. It's very simple.
That's the most trickier thing about Friends Plus Me. There's nothing much more harder to use. So once you manage this, you can do anything. You'll manage anything. Okay.
Okay. Good.
So.
Okay. No, I like that. Okay. So then what? Can you show me an example, since you've got screen sharing on there? Can you show me an example with your own account of something that you posted to Google Plus, and then what it looks like over on your Facebook page, for example? Because I think that's the platform that most people would be moving over to as their main network.
Okay. You see here, for example, something with picture here. Here's our Google Plus announcement of Twitter. Yes, animated GIF. So it looks like this. It's just a simple GIF animated with some text, hashtag. And how does it look like? Is this? You see, I switch to Twitter profile connected. I'll find the repost. And voila.
Aha. Did you share it to Facebook as well, or just Twitter?
I think it went also to Facebook. Just a minute. So it's the first, Facebook page, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay. let's see. And that's example of Facebook post.
Yes.
As you can see, Facebook still do not support animated GIFs. So
that's right. So it's not going to be animated there just because it doesn't animate.
It's
that tool
just the first frame. Okay.
Yeah. So now if I go down to when I look underneath that, it says enjoy, and then you've got see more. What does the see more take you to?
The see more will show the rest of the message, and Facebook accounts have a special setup, so you can enable append of this backlink that will lead you back to the original Google Plus post.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make it also the way that it will lead you back to Google Plus.
Okay.
So you're sending message to all other networks, and you're trying to lead people back to Google Plus because it's much richer experience for anybody. So
yes, it is. Yeah.
That's basically how it works.
Okay. So before you turn off your screen share, was there anything else that you wanted to show?
And maybe tomorrow I'll be announcing something new, some new feature. It's insights that will help you to understand how how followers interact with your Google Plus accounts. So you'll be able to see views, for example. It's one of new Google Plus features.
Yes.
That counts number of views.
Interesting.
So how many people saw your posts, pictures, and profile, and so on. You'll be also able to see some basic analytic about average comments per post, reshares, plus ones. How many followers does your account have? How is, as you can see, the Friends Plus Me followers steadily growing, and all the data are provided by Circle Count.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yes, it's our new partner. So
very interesting. Okay. So no, this is going to be very helpful.
Absolutely, it's just the first simple, the most simple step I can do, and more's coming. Believe me, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm curious to know. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a good introduction, I think. The message I try to share with people is that, like, I know people who really like Google Plus. They see it, they play with it, and they like it, but they're not drawn in to use it every day because Facebook is where all their friends are. I don't know where I saw it, but I originally read something where you had explained that your main motivation for creating Friends Plus Me was so that you could focus your time and attention on Google Plus and still not leave your friends behind on all the networks, which I really like because, honestly, most of my family and friends still are on Facebook. That's their primary channel. And instead of me constantly trying to pull them over, I'll just use what I like and let them continue to use what they like.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Because there's social network for everybody. It's not there's no single social network everybody can use. It's impossible task to do. So the only thing to work around this is to spread the message to all networks, to people, send it where they are. So nobody wants to force them to use Google Plus or use Facebook, use Twitter because Twitter is better, Facebook is better, Google Plus sucks, or whatever. Use what you want.
Yeah. Well, you see, our clients are business clients. We help companies, and this has become very powerful for them because even though we might be drawn to a certain network from a personal point of view, from a business point of view, it's really hard to ignore Google Plus because of how much it influences Google search. And so this allows our clients to focus on Google Plus, to put their content on Google Plus, but to still reach their target audiences on Facebook and Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever it is that they know that their market is, or that we found that their market is. So without ignoring Google Plus, without ignoring that discovery, because Google search is still the #1 way that most people in the world discover new content. So not being present there doesn't make any sense for a business anymore. So I really think that this is a really powerful tool for that, and I can't. I'm really interested to see how you evolve with this. I'm glad that you've done it, and I think that it's a very simple, elegant solution to it. There are other tools that I think that allow you to do some of these things. You know, obviously I can use Buffer, I can use Hootsuite to post things to Google+. This gives me some personal options that those channels don't give me. And I also just find this really simple. I can set it up and just not worry about it. So
yes, that's a big strength.
Yeah.
I cannot hide that I was inspired by Buffer. Buffer is amazing, absolutely amazing service. I love it. I love everything about it. They've done an amazing work spreading their Buffer button to every site. It's amazing piece of work they did. I said Friends Plus Me is how to put it. Friends Plus Me is using +1 button the same way as Buffer is using their own button.
Yeah.
Wherever you see +1 button and share a post, Friends Plus Me can spread it for you to all your social accounts.
That's right.
That's really powerful. For example, people are still telling me they want a mobile application. I'm telling them back, use Google Plus mobile application. It's the best you can do. Share stuff on your, for example, profile. Set up Friends Plus Me to repost from your profile to your Google Plus pages. Schedule those reposts, and you have nothing to worry about. You will keep filling your buffer with new content, and all your followers will still see something new. So it will take you less and less work to do that. So you can do work that really matters. Go out and play with your kids.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. And for a while, I was using Buffer to feed content, to schedule content to Google Plus, where it would then go share to the other channels from Buffer, or from Google Plus through Friends Plus Me, it would share from there. And just in the last couple of weeks, I started to just use the +1 and not use Buffer. I still think Buffer is a great tool, but I haven't I haven't stopped using Buffer entirely because I use it for some other personal purposes. It also shortens my URL, which is convenient. But the one holdback for me isn't Friends Plus Me. It's the actual +1 extension for Google Chrome. If you click on it, it opens a window where you can share to Google Plus, right?
Yes.
If I leave that tab and go to another tab to grab a link or grab a quote to put in it, and I come back, it's gone.
Oh my!
It doesn't stay open, and that's not a restriction of yours. That's the maker, I guess Google, the maker of the +1 button. They need to fix that.
They have still a lot of work to do because it's not perfect.
Yeah, it's a small restriction, but it's one of the things that's keeping me from using not using Buffer.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to ask you about, was just the basics of this stuff. I hope people can watch this video and get a sense of what this is, why it's important, and how simple it is to get started with it. So, thank you.
I believe so.
Okay.
And don't forget to visit.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna stop our video broadcast, and I'm going to. I still have a few other questions for you, just about how I use it. So, anyway, thank you.